Hey guys, this is BGDINO. Today we'll be doing a trailer review of the movie Return of the Living Dead 2025. We're going to watch the trailer together, then we're going to have a discussion afterward. We're going to try to figure out, is this going to be a reboot or is this a continuation from a certain part? We'll get more into that. Let's watch the trailer first. So what did you guys think from the trailer? From what I've seen, I believe it could be a reboot from the original, or it could be in the middle between the original one or this one right here. But either way, this movie has such a big history with me. I can remember the original one, Return of the Living Dead. You know, it had a group of characters, and it had one particular character. It was this female. She had red hair, and I forget her name, but I can remember me and my cousin was young when we seen it, and some kind of way he found a a VCR tape. A VCR tape was something that it was similar to a DVD player. For the younger people, it was this big, huge black thing. It had tape inside. You had to stick it inside a machine called a VCR. Yeah, I know y'all probably never heard of that before, but either way, I'm just messing with you guys. I know you guys know what a VCR is. He some kind of way, got a copy of it, and like every weekend, me and him would watch it. We watch it Friday night when you had to come in the house, and we would watch it on Saturday. See, me and my cousin, we used to live right next door to each other, and he didn't have any brothers or sisters at the time, so I was over there pretty much every weekend. So me and him would watch it every Friday night and every Saturday. It made us feel like we were doing something adult, cause it had that one little scene in it when the redhead, she decided they was at a graveyard and they was dancing around in the graveyard, and she got nude. So me and my cousin, we would look at each other, and we were young, we were little. So that was like our highlight. We got to see a nude woman on a scary movie made for about 2 seconds. But it made us feel like we was grown. We looked at it, we laughed and giggled. So we had watched it so much, we had people from the neighborhood coming over there sometimes. Sometimes they would come over on Friday night because it had just enough gore and scariness, and it was also funny, So if it's between the original, which was in 1985, or the sequel, which was in 1988, I'll be happy either way, because the character they showed dragging the tree, he actually has a name. He was on the original first one, and he was on the second one. His name is actually the Tar Man. I don't know why. Well, you know why they call him the Tar Man, because he looked all slimy and stuff. So on the first one, he was on there for maybe about. He had a good little role. They actually showed him kill a guy named Suicide. He came out and stuff, and he bit him in the head, and he killed him. But on part two, He was only on there for maybe about 30 seconds. You know, he came back with a little boy named Billy, and the boy named Billy kicked him into the pond, and then you didn't see him anymore. So then when I saw this preview, by the fact that they showed Tarman, I'm thinking it has to be a reason why they're showing this particular character, the Tarman. You know, because at the end of part 1, it was like a little small town, and it was a number on a canister. If you guys remember anything about Return of the Living Dead, it was a canister. That's how it started. It was a canister that came from the military, and the guy made a mistake, and he was calm stuff, cleaning it off, and he made a mistake and hit it, and the poisonous stuff started coming out, which was the stuff that animates dead things. And I can remember on the original one, it was inside of a warehouse where it was like cadavers of animals and humans, and there was this one scene where they had a bunch of split dogs, and so the stuff got on it, and you hear the dog barking, and it was like a half of a dog. I mean, the dog was laying on the floor, so when they lifted it up, you could see his heart and all that stuff. I had nightmares for weeks behind that. That was crazy. Maybe the first time. Maybe the first couple of times I had nightmares. You know, but back then, you know, when I was younger, it was fun to be scared. You know, I didn't get scared and, you know, go crying or nothing, but, you know, it was fun to get scared to a degree, because some things just scared me to the point where I ain't never gonna watch it again. Even as a grown man, I'm scared to go attack some movies. So when you guys see this, leave a comment. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know if y'all think it's going to be a reboot, or do you think it's going to be a sequel between the 1985 version and the 1988 version? Because as it came on, it said Christmas, but it said also 1985. And the fact that they had Tarman dragging a tree, you know, that sets me off a little bit. I'm like, oh man, hopefully they don't destroy this movie, because, like I said, it means so much. There's so much history with a lot of people I know that's around my age, because that was like one of the first scary movies that our parents really allowed us to watch. You know, I don't think they knew about the little small scenes, because most of the time they didn't even watch it. They just saw it and it made us quiet, so, you know, they let us watch it. But the fact that he was dragging a tree, you know, that's weird, because like on the original zombies, yeah, they was able to talk, but the only concern they had was eating your brains. They didn't care about nothing else. They didn't care if it was a dog, cat, anything. As long as they had brains, they wanted it, you know. So hopefully they don't mess it up, because this was one of the kind of movies that everybody's seen. And it was like, if you didn't see it, you know, back then, you were considered nobody. You had to have seen it. And if you didn't see it, you had to pretend like you seen it. Say, yeah, I seen it, until you do see it. Part 1 and part 2, because part 2 had a scene in it where they were electrocuting all the zombies. They tricked them to eating brains. You know, they broke into a meat warehouse. They had cow brains and pig brains, and so the zombies, they were attracted to brains. They didn't care what kind. So they ride in the truck, come get your brains, come get the fresh brains. They had it set up where once the zombies came and got the brains, they had electrical wires all through the field where they were at, because they discovered if you electrocute them, they will drop and they won't get back up. So once they got them in there inside this closed-in enclosure where all the brains was at, like I said, it was electrical wires all in there on the ground and stuff. So once they got them on there, they turned the power on and they started electrocuting the zombies. So then while they were electrocuting the zombies, it was this one scene where it was a guy dressed up like Michael Jackson. He started doing like that, like he was getting electrocuted. I mean, that scene right there, your entire childhood. I mean, people talked about that so much, even to this day. If people see this preview that I just showed, they can remember that one scene where Michael Jackson's supposed to have jumped out and started getting electrocuted, because this is around the time that I think Thriller might have came out. Maybe a little sooner Thriller came out, but back then, you know, Thriller came on every year. I mean, even probably to this day, Thriller probably still come on every year. So that was like a big thing when they showed a guy dressed up like Michael Jackson with the red outfit on, get electrocuted, you know. So like I said, that was like a big thing in the childhood. It was like a big thing. Just this movie right here alone meant so much. Yeah, so I appreciate the fact that they don't show a lot, because they say December 2025, so that's almost a whole year from now. So hopefully they don't show any more trailers. I don't want I don't want to see any more trailers. I don't want the movie to get spoiled. One of the main problems now these days, they show too much, and you don't want to see that much. You want to see enough to draw you in. Okay, I know it's coming out. I'm satisfied with that. I don't want to see any more trailers. I mean, yeah, that trailer didn't show nothing at all. It showed the tar man dragging a Christmas tree. So, in a funeral home, so graveyard. I don't know if it's a funeral home, but it was a graveyard. He was dragging a Christmas tree. And it's showing that it was still plugged up, so it's obviously coming out of a church or somewhere like that. So, I'm really excited about this one particular movie. So, hopefully they don't do another trailer, but if they do, I'm going to do another review on it if they do a trailer. We got a whole year before Christmas of December. So, as of right now, this is going to be the trailer review. So, from the trailer, from the little piece I saw, I'm excited for it. I'm glad they showed a little bit. Like I said, my only concern is the fact that he's even dragging a Christmas tree because, according to the original plots, they didn't care about anything but brains. They didn't care about no trees. Now, I hope they don't turn it into a direction where it's like they can start to think and stuff like that now because, I mean, like I said, yeah, they was able to think. Especially if they just died. They was able to think, but like I said, all they cared about was brains. Nothing else mattered. Nothing else. So just on the trailer review, I'm going to give that a 4.0 because the fact that they didn't show nothing, but I am concerned about the fact that the tar man was carrying a tree. But I'm excited because it said 1985. So it lets you think, let you know if it's between the window of the original 1985 and the one in 1988. So I'm going to be very curious to find out, what the situation is with that. So like I said, hopefully they don't make any more trailers. But if they do, I'll do another review. Like I said, this is one of my all-time favorite movies as a kid. And a lot of people, I'm sure, share the same feelings about it. And we hope they don't mess it up. Because if they do, BGDINO, the Terror Soldier, will call them out. You can't mess up a national treasure like that. Not a classic movie like that. You can't mess that up. So that's the end of my little trailer review. I'm also going to do the trailer review of Fantastic Four. Probably my next review will be trailer review of Fantastic Four. And then I'm going to do a trailer review of Superman. The new Superman is coming out. So this is BGDINO. Shout out to the Dante Show Network. Shout out to Miss Jersey. Subscribe to her channel. It's Forensic8888. Shout out to Mr. June 5th. We all come from the Dante Show Network. We all one big family. So this is BGDINO. Thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. If you got any comments, please leave them. I always check my comments. If you got anything to say, just let me know. If you got another movie review you want me to do, just leave it in the comments and I'll check it and I will respond. This is BGDINO, the Terror Soldier. Thank you all my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Salute. And remember,
కొరివిదయ్యాలొస్తే కొంగులంటూకుంటే చల్లారేదట్టగో ఇప్పుడు చేతబడి చేస్తారో కోడి మీద కొస్తారు శ్మశానాల వీధులు